and welcome to the show. Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to the show tonight. I am so excited about the show because it's getting warm. Yay! Well, I miss you guys so much. I mean, when I don't get to see you, and this is all a new year for me, and we're going into spring, and I'm just really excited because I missed so much time on the air last year, and I'm here live with you, and I'm just excited about that. One, because again, it's getting to be my time of the year, and my fro, even though it's down, it's gonna go up in some ponytails, because I have, as you can see, tons and tons and tons of hair, and I love it, and I have fun with it. But when it gets warm, I always try and pull it up. So I'm pretty excited about that. But anyways, welcome. And I'm so happy because I'm getting so many emails. Thank you so much. People are following me heavily on Twitter and Facebook and all of that. Someone had a question, and I want to speak about it on the air. In just a minute. So I'm going to do a little bit of that, answer some of the questions that I get, frequently asked questions, because I think that helps everybody. Also, I'm going to open some phone lines. I know that if you're on YouTube or if you're watching me on some other form on the internet, you're not going to be able to call in, but if you're just listening to me, you won't be able to. But if you're out there tonight at the live show, which we're having tonight, please call in. And you can so by dialing, and I should have this number set to memory. I think my fro is doing something weird now. I have it in memory, but it's 369-5080. Again, that's 369-5080. 5080 on cable tonight. Have you ever seen a fro with body? That's important, and we're going to talk about that tonight. How do we get body in our fro? How do we do that? Why, with all these kinky curls, how am I able to shake it and move it just as if it was naturally straight or if it was relaxed? And flat iron, because that's a big deal tonight. We're going to talk about flat irons tonight as well. But I want to talk about how do you get this body in movement. And we've got so many things going on. I've talked about the no poo. I talked about co-washing. And the reason I mentioned those tonight, because those are things that stop you from having the body in your hair. You really have to have a clean head of hair. Now we're going to talk about clean hair. How do we get clean hair so we can get the body and the movement and start to get the length? My hair is it's pretty long, and I've definitely got to wear it straight for you guys one day, because you guys have asked me about that and emailed me. And I've got to do that for you, because it's really, it's gotten pretty long. But this is just so much fun, and I love my natural kinky hair, and I'm able to bless so many people who have been afraid to wear the hair or not know how to wear the hair. And as a trichologist, I deal a lot with hair loss. I deal a lot with itchy scalp problems, breakage, dryness. We just came out of hair and scalp dehydration. People have all of these problems, but I don't get an opportunity that often to talk about hair and just wearing your hair and loving your hair and enjoying your hair. And prevention is really, it all falls under that prevention. And so when we talk about how to get body, we talk about having a really clean head of hair, and I don't mean stripping your hair of its natural oils. We have to just keep in mind hair itself is just composed of dead protein cells, and we're really just protecting and preserving the dead. I know that sounds a little weird, but we really are, because our dead protein cells, we want them to look alive, we want them to move, we want them to have body, we want to have curl definition, or we want them straight with body. Whatever you're wearing, we want to do that. We want to have that. And the way you do that, part of it is not just go shampoo your hair, because some people shampoo and they dehydrate or they're drying. And some people shampoo, they're really afraid of shampoo. Many people are afraid of the cleansing agents and the things, the emulsifiers and foaming agents that are in shampoos. But really with shampooing, it's all about the pH. And it's about having a clean product. So if you're going to have really hair with body and movement, you've got to have clean products. So how do you do that? Number one, you want to get a shampoo. You want a shampoo, and you want to get a clarifying shampoo. And with that clarifying shampoo, you want to make sure that the clarifying shampoo, get that a little tight tongue tonight. Your clarifying shampoo has a pH between 4.5 to 5.5, which is so crucial. Now, what is that? What is the pH and why is it so important? The pH tells you just how alkaline or how acidic a product is. A shampoo is crucial to stay within your natural pH of the hair and scalp, which is 4.5 to 5.5. So important. And that pH comes from the acid mantle, which is a little secretion that secretes from the oil and the sebaceous glands. The oil sebaceous, oil and sweat glands. So sebaceous and oil glands are the same. Oops. The sebaceous and the sweat glands, and that gives you that liquid, because you can't really have a pH without the liquid itself. The solid form cannot. But because the lubrication on the hair shaft, it offers a pH, and the lubrication on the scalp, it offers your scalp and hair a pH. So especially with dry hair, you have to make sure that you stay within that range. And if you do, you're going to do really well. You're going to do well with your pH. You want to do well because that's going to give you the same pH as your hair and scalp, which is 4.5 to 5.5. I recommend most shampoos are going to be a little alkaline and some are going to be too acidic. You want to stay within that range, because any direction, you're 100 times more acidic or 100 times more alkaline. The more alkaline you get more into the chemicals, because chemical relaxers, permanent waves, those types of things are strong alkaline solutions, and their pH goes way up. You get into the 8s, 9, especially on the other side, probably not as low as 8. You're 9, 10, 11, and 12. And when you think about those chemicals shampooing your hair, then that's problematic, and that's why you dry out. And it actually begins to cause dehydration on the shaft, the scalp, and it's really, really problematic. So that's where a lot of people get in trouble in shampooing with a higher pH. So then they don't shampoo at all, and then they get all those pollutants. On the other side, you get these shampoos that are lower in pH, and they're too acidic, and that can cause dehydration as well. So you want to away from that, because there's some that's like 4 and that's 3. Those are way too, because if you think about it, vinegar and lemon and all that are on those sides of the pH, and that can be dehydrating, very problematic. And those of you out there doing those vinegar rinse, no, let's not do that, because that tends to cause a drop in your pH. It seems okay when you do it initially because it breaks down, but it does not shampoo away. So it kind of breaks it up, but then those buildups and those pollutants, but then they settle back down on your scalp. So you got to be really careful with that. So, and on your hair, and it can cause itching, dryness, dullness. The other thing that I want to talk about, because you've got the high pH and the low pH shampoos, those are not good. But then you're looking at your shampoos, your conditioning shampoos. Woo, those are bad for so many reasons, but it's something like a slower death to the hair. The high pH and the low pH, immediately you see the dryness, the hair starts to be brittle, and you feel it's all stripped. And that's the problem. But with the conditioning shampoos, it's so sneaky, because everyone wants soft hair. So you're thinking, okay, if it's a hydrating shampoo or conditioning shampoo, then it's gonna be great. Well, no, because conditioning shampoos will not clean. Now, this is the problem. The reason why you shampoo is to clean. So if you're gonna shampoo and condition at the same time, it's really impossible. There's something called a head and tail molecule that's within your shampoo, and one attracts dirt and one attracts water. And then working together as you massage through, it cleans away, breaks down, and then you rinse away the actual debris from the hair and scalp. If you condition, your shampoo is full of conditioners, the molecules can't differentiate whether you have a conditioner or if it's dirt. So it's really not cleaning. So it's leaving that residue into the hair because it's designed to soften, to hydrate, to condition the hair. So it's really not a shampoo at that point. I mean, some will argue the point, and I'm sure there's some studies that say, well, yeah, it removes a part of the debris, but that's not enough. You want to clarify, and that's not stripping, and we'll explain that. I'll explain that to you. You want to clarify every time you clean. You want to put your hair, and let's define clarifying, okay? You want to put your hair in a pure, natural state. That's the definition of clarifying. Now, whatever that is, because I'm out and I'll talk to you a little bit about Whole Foods in just a second, but I'm out demoing and speaking to people, and when I'm out, most people will say things like, I don't want to clarify my hair because it strips my hair. And you have to know the difference. One of the things that I try and educate the people that I'm speaking to or counseling, or even my patients, is on the difference between the two. If you're putting at a pure natural state, you have a great pH with a clarifying shampoo, 4.5 to 5.5, and your hair feels dry. That's just giving you the condition, the state of health, the state of condition, the moisture levels that your hair is presently in. So then we get to work and start to build our hair up, positively build it up. But the difference between clarifying, the reason why it's important, and not stripping, that's on the other end. People will say clarifiers strip. Well, clarifiers really are supposed to put at a pure state. Stripping removes natural and unnatural, just everything. It's just like stripping a floor. And you're not wanting to do that. You just want to clean away all the dirt and debris without harming the cuticle, because the pH it's more acidic, and our hair is more acidic in reaction, so it allows the cuticle to become more compact over the cortex. And what I'm saying there, those top layers, when you see the shine and the body and the movement, you have great cuticles. That means your top, I call them the style layers. The style layers, they allow you to have this really, how do I say it? It gives you that body and movement and hair that looks alive. That's your cuticle layer. If you could see it in the mirror, when you're looking at your hair, you're basically your cuticle layer, but it's more transparent, so you're seeing the color and the light is bouncing off of it all. So it's really, really interesting and great, but you have to have a healthy cuticle layer. And so that, with the more acidic shampoo, then you're allowed to do that. When you clean away the debris by clarifying, you're allowed to get that nice shine and the body and the movement. So that's important. And what was it? Oh yeah, the stripping, what happens, it takes away all of the natural oils from the scalp, and it really just causes the cuticle to become dehydrated. And that's what you don't want. And this is what so many are afraid of. So the first thing you've got to do is just have a really clean head of hair to get body movement and health. Because think about it, with a cleaner head of hair, you're going to have a better opportunity to do what? Get your conditioners in. You're going to have a better opportunity to create your styles and prevent cuticle damage, which prevents tangles. And especially ladies out there with natural kinky hair like mine, that's the big thing for you. You are concerned about the tangles. And I don't have to worry about those things because my hair is healthy. My hair, I don't strip my hair. I hydrate my hair, but I don't get it from my shampoos. It's so, so important. All right?